In the early days of Africa, between 2000 BCE through 1000 CE, there was a tribe called Bafuliiru. The tribe was established in years that historians did not record. However, during the early 1000s, they were found to be living in the region called Nubia, which was a kingdom of Kush, and its people, Kushites, or Kushites, as mentioned in the Bible. In the Hebrew Bible, the term Kushites refers to black people or Africans and is one of the most important terms used in the Bible. In the Old Kingdom of Egypt, the Kush were referred to as Nubians or Southerners, and in their art and literature, they were depicted as darker-skinned. Ethnically, the Kushites were generally found to be of Ethiopian and Nubian descent. Kushites were descendants of Ham, who was a son of Noah. Bafuliiru is a tribe that happened to be descended from the Kush kingdom or Nubia. Nubia later came to be known as Sudan in 1956, after Bafuliiru left Nubia a long time ago. Most Kushites were farmers, but there were also craftsmen and traders. These are some character traits that Bafuliiru inherited from the Kushites. With Bantu migration from 1500 BCE to 1500 CE, it granted the opportunity for a lot of tribes to relocate and found a place where they would reside and can proudly call home. This led to people scattered all around the places from their place of origin, Niger-Congo area, and moving down south and east, trying to find a suitable place to call home. Migration is the same reason why there is a Ngoni tribe group in Malawi, Tanzania, and Zambia, and there is also a Nguni tribe group in South Africa, Swaziland or Eswatini, and Zimbabwe, which shares a lot of similarities in their cultures. After living in Nubia, modern-day Sudan, for decent number of years, Bafuliiru left the land in 1010 and headed to an unknown land. But why did they leave? Just like the majority of other Bantu countries during the migration, Bafuliiru probably left Nubia, modern-day Sudan, because of natural calamities, farming, land opportunities, famine, the influence of their family members, shortages of land, increase in population, segregation, and internal pressure that they felt like they didn't belong to that particular soil. Bafuliiru passed through the route of the Central African Republic until they arrived in the Buganda Kingdom, modern-day Uganda in East Africa. They entered Bunyoro, a city in Uganda, in 1090. They resided there for quite a few years. While in Uganda, they meet fellow Congolese tribes, including Bashi, Banande, and Bahunde. Their lifestyles and climate in previous nations did not align with their values to let them stay in that environment, so they left Bunyoro and arrived in Rwindi in 1130, accompanied by their fellow Congolese tribes whom they met in Uganda. They all crossed over to a land called Lwindi, formerly known as Lwindi Chiefdom, or simply Lwindi. Rwindi is a town in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where Banyindu are predominantly the people of that land. Bafuliiru resided in Rwindi for quite a few years. However, they continued to seek a place that they would call home. They left Rwindi during the 1150, led by their king, who is referred to as Mwami in the Kifuliru language, and went to South Kivu province in the territory of Uvira. They found a territory filled up with indigenous people who are known as Batwa, sometimes referred as Twa people, or Bambote, also known as Pygmy people. Bafuliiru filled up Uvira, some Batwa mixed with Bafuliiru, and other tribes as their population began to shrink. There are now only a few Batwa in the country, but they are still considered indigenous Congolese since they were there before the country was established. Now, let's shift our minds and take a look at the clans of Bafuliiru. Within Bafuliiru's house, there are a lot of clans. This includes Batumba, who were primarily the clan of Mwami, and the first Mwami was Mutumba. However, the clan could not sustain to stay on the throne because of hunger after Mwami's death. Then they wanted to take care of people by going on the lookout for food, and Bahinga went farming so the people could have food. Both clans failed to keep the throne. The consequence of famine and hunger of both clans led to Bahamba overtaking the throne. Therefore, the Bahamba clan played a significant role in establishing the chiefdom. They came to be known by their lineage from the royal family and held leadership positions over the Batumba and Bahinga, who couldn't keep up because of famine, which saw them most of the time farming. Apart from Bahamba, Batumba, and Bahinga, there are more clans in the tribe of Bafuliiru. This includes Balamera, who are people from Lemera and sometimes are considered as indigenous Bafuliiru. Hence, Lemera served as the capital as Bafuliiru embarked on their journey into the political entity in 1928, led by the king or Mwami of the Bahamba clan. Balamera are one of the prominent royal clans within the chiefdom. This could be because they are rumored to detract from Bahamba. Another clan in the chiefdom is called Bashimbi. This clan comprises skilled farmers, rainmakers, and high-level premiers within the chiefdom. They are known for their expertise in producing honey, farming coffee, and raising livestock including sheep, chickens, goats, and cows, which is very significant for dowry in Bafuliiru culture. The Bashimbi are centered around their traditional village of Kalundu, located near the Mizulo region in Uvira territory. The clan's founding father, Kashambi, was renowned as the master maker of the imole, or torch, used for fisheries in Lake Tanganyika. Moreover, another clan is called Balizi. They consist primarily of farmers. The list of clans continued as follows: Balabwe, Bashali, Banamuganga, Balambo, Bahembwe, Banakioyo, Bavumie, Bahatu, Balaga, Bashamwa, Banjoga, Bakama, Bajumbi, Banakatanda, Babamba, or sometimes referred as Banamubamba, Bashagakibone, Bashago, Bavaluga, Bashashu, who also known as Bavarati, Banabukiye, Bahungu, Bazige, who rumored to have of lineage of Burundi and mingled with Bafuliiru where they got adopted by Bahungu, Bagetsera, who later changed their name to Bajumbi since Bagetsera sounded like Kirundi, and the final clan is Bakono, who are rumored to be mixed of Bavira. During the European colonial era around 1888, white people saw Uvira as a significant and potential wealth in natural resources. This made them start building railways and a clear path to transport items. This expansion and industrial age led to the separation of the territory and the creation of new towns and regions, such as Bavira in 1928. The Bafuliiru or Fuliru people, also wrongly known as the Bafulero, are an African ethnic group, a subgroup of the Kivu. The Fuliru mainly inhabit the east-central highlands of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the South Kivu province south of Lake Kivu and northwest of Uvira along the Rusizi River. As we all know, our ancestors, also known as Bashakulu in Kifuliru, lived in the mountains. They also went down south when it comes to farming. What are the main foods being farmed? Our ancestors' main farming food was cassava, pumpkins, taro, peanuts, rice, beans, corn, maize, and banana plantains. Bananas have played an essential role in making traditional drinks and alcohol known as mutoba and kasigisi. Apart from food, they also farm a lot of cotton. Agriculture was a way of income for the ethnicity. Since farming and raising cattle were what they did best, the staple food for the group is fufu or ugali, which they eat with meat, fish, vegetables, and other foods. The economy has been greatly emphasized by the people since Bafuliiru are people who work hard and like to run a little business for their family. Bafuliiru is the language spoken by the Bafuliiru people and has been alive for approximately 2,000 years. The language has been shaped by other Bantu languages because of Africa's Great Migration. This is why more than 500,000 people can hear or understand Bafuliiru for the same reasons you will come across other neighboring languages, including Kinyindu, where people can exchange and understand about 90%.
Niri munyindu mu Congo, mundu ikongo, imwetu muno mukivu kimashaje, kinyindu irindeto ikedetwa mukivu kimashaje mu Congo, mu kaya kiruindi ko bakedeti yondeto ikinyindu. Banyindu bali bene mugamabondo, bakabutwanya mugamabondo yukababuta akatangibuta ndanga yukolola balizi, anabuta na shimbi anolola bashimbi, anyabuta na kitumba yena abatwa ukabuta batumba boshi, anabuta na ngondwe akolola banamuganga boshi, anyabuta na bulambo yukolola balambo boshi. Hali mugani mugumananga to hali kikota kafizi nyamberege. Mberege aligweta gubaka igishale yage lugali, tikafizi ye hali kishatiri omdinyanya. Kisha zimvulikania mvula ya nani amberege bage bana boshi banahera, kafizi yehe bage bana banakira. Mberege natondera kuwira kafizi jungo wasema shibana bahera. Kafizi anamwira konanga ndanga kibona nga kubika. Kona kukoko banyindu bimenene bamanye ko tutimenene tubenga mberege akatera bage bana, kafizi yehe anavuka bage bana. Banyindu mira basima kudeti kifrasa ni Kingereza nizindi ndeto. Banani ndeti ndeto yabo. Na igwo muhizo gwani gwasirira ha.
Mashi 80%
Nyamuzinda bulia yekaruha kalamu. Aho ono chiri hano, aho ono chitami ojidahire, orole igopoli yawe lyakahua, orole igopoli yawe lyamishi, tugwere chigolo mu ndaro yalara, leka tumukaribise arubwire ngahiyarenzire na bichi arudwirire. Karibu sana mwene mwami Koko.
Koko bwenene. Ane vuziro munkwa okubonekana hano. Embereza abantu ba Mungu. Burangiriza na izinu lyani kwa oko bantu baramanyiri izinu lyani ni Koko buhendwa.
Koko buhendwa.
Nankayimba enyimbo za mashi. Dolulimi lwani lwa mashi ndusima bwenene. Chiro akaba nchilinachi kengeza mashi. Naja nachiseza enyimbe kuinja mashi.
Kihunda Kihavu, Kirundi, Kishoba Kigwali, and Kavira with similar dialects or words, since most people say Bavira detracts from Bafuliiru. Various wars in Congo and Rwanda people attacking the eastern part of the Congo have forced some Bafuliiru people to relocate from their place so they can have a safe life somewhere. The war and tension Rwanda has been causing in eastern Congo has made Bafuliiru like least of Rwandans, since the First and Second Congo Wars were both rooted with Rwanda being the core of everything. Also, having rebel groups such as M23 is the main reason why most Bafuliiru and Congolese don't associate much with Rwandans. Rwanda has been causing trouble in the region of Bafuliiru, that they even wanted to take part of eastern Congolese land, Mulenge, and make it their own. When wars occur, most Bafuliiru people always run to neighborhood country like Burundi. This often leads to intermarriage between the Burundians and the eastern Congolese side. The mingling and marrying between other tribes has led the tribe to mix languages, and also some forget their own. Fun fact: even though there are a lot of languages in Uvira territory excluding Swahili and French, Bafuliiru is the most spoken language in Uvira. Now let's dive into tribal chiefs, or kings of Bafuliiru. As previously mentioned, the first king of Bafuliiru was from the Batumba clan, which is safe to say that Kihana was Mutumba.
Mwene data mwene nyama Ngisu tiji Kihana Kihana mwami wa mbere wa Bafuliiru.
Habyarimana was then replaced by Kahamba, who became the second Mwami, later Kahamba replaced by Nakabanga. Nakabanga replaced by Kikavire. Kikavire replaced by Kilwane Ngamba. Kilwane Ngamba replaced by Luamal Wembako. Luamal Wembako replaced by Namugale. Namugale replaced by Nakahamba. Nakahamba replaced by Kalingishi. Kalingishi replaced by Nyamugira Mukugabwe II. Here is a picture of him when he was on throne. Nyamugira Mukugabwe II replaced by Mukugabwe Mahina. Mukugabwe Mahina was replaced by Matakango. Matakango was replaced by Nyamugira III. Nyamugira III replaced by Mukugabwe III. Mukugabwe III replaced by Mukogo. Mukogo was replaced by Hari Simba. Hari Simba was replaced by his son Simba Ndare Simba. Ndare was replaced by Adam Kalingishi, also known as Kalingishi Ndare III, who had a conflict with his uncle Albert Mukugabwa fighting for the throne. However, Kayamba led the Bafuliiru people. While Albert and Kalingishi were solving their issues, they later came to a decision, and Albert took the throne. How is the Bafuliiru government grouped? The governance of Bafuliiru is governed by Mwami, who is currently Adam Kalingishi, the leader of all Bafuliiru territory. Chef de groupement, or region leader, follows Mwami's orders. There are 5 regions or groupement of Bafuliiru. These regions include Lemera, Itara, commonly known as Luvungi, Kigoma, Runingu, and Muhungu. Lemera is led by Chef de groupement Edmund Rudidika. Lemera groupement includes villages and towns such as Kigurwe, Lungutu, Indunda, and many more. Luvungi, or Itara, led by Chef de groupement Christian Mbabaro. And this includes villages and towns such as Luberizi, Katagota, and many more. Kigoma is the biggest groupment of all, and this is led by Chef de groupement Basaza. The towns and villages include Sange, Mangwa, Mulenge, Kabunambo, and many more. Runingu is led by Chef de groupement Noah Indambaka, which consist of Katembo and many more. Chef de groupement Baleke Mayunga Rubanga is the one in charge of Muhungu. This consists of Kiliba, Muhungu, and many more. Traditionally, Mwami is the one to appoint the chiefs.
Bafuliiru tugambe. Bafuliiru tugambe. Mungu oye. Mungu oye. Badata, Banyama, Imisore, Abalam Samwishi. Yazi Mikaki. Ninja. Kamukane. Kamutula Kurio. Kamuta Inange. Aisha no? Sasa nadhani unasikia jinsi watu wako wanakukaribisha na furaha kubwa yote, na leo nataka kukupatia mate ya baraka.
Bafuliiru has had the privilege of having a representative from its community to hold a higher rank in DRC government politics. One of the very well-known people in the Bafuliiru community is Justin Bitakwira, who once served as minister of the DRC and is now serving as a member of the National Assembly. Now let's move on to religion. In the early days of our ancestors, Bafuliiru used to worship their gods. One of the god they used to worship was called Liangombe. However, with the revolution and colonial era came to impact, most people convert to Christianity, making Christianity the major practiced religion at 98%, and 2% are converted to Islam or irreligious. How can we identify who Bafuliiru is as of today? Bafuliiru lives in South Kivu province in the territory of Uvira. They are very family-oriented people. They are polite and patient, but they don't like humiliation or messing with their people. They like to show love and help those in need. Bafuliiru loves and enjoys manual labor. which includes blacksmithing, machining, farming, raising cattle, and doing the dirty work for whatever it takes to feed the family. Their lifestyles include enjoying, living, and being surrounded by other people.
Langiza kubiribisha abantu kutola haguma nakandi banarambe boshikubuguma biriringa mavuta ikishingo kingi bwenene gagweti gagamanuka munywanwa za Aroni.
They are people who don't discriminate. Thus, it makes them spread out to every tribe when mingling and choosing who to marry. Since wherever they see a good fit is where they marry, they are a very welcoming and loving tribe. They have been ruled and have a monarchy government led by Mwami, as previously mentioned. There are few phrases a Bafuliiru needs to know. This include Bafuliiru Turambe, which translates as Long Live Bafuliiru or Viva Bafuliiru. You will come across Bafuliiru people saying Bafuliiru Turambe, and the way to reply is to simply say Turambe, which translates Let us live indeed. You will also come across people saying Musingo. Musingo is greetings, which means hello.
In Bafuliiru. So you say Musingo. Repeat after me. Musingo.
Mutama means a man or elderly, and Shokulu means grandfather. Lubunga is a place where Bafuliiru do meetings or have a reunion that related to Bafuliiru. When it comes to entertainment, some artists have made an impact in the Bafuliiru community. We previously had a traditional artist, Kutumie Ngahinga Mataifa Mihero Shabani, rest in peace. There is a group called Kilwa Ne Ngamba. Bafuliiru Turambe Group.
Bafuliiru muri mahanga umahanga uyigiriza abanyakifulero kifulero Bafuliiru muri mukizungu muyigiriza abanyakifulero kifulero.
Without forgetting the legend, who has been pushing Kifuliiru songs lately, Kiza Makangara.
Bafuliiru be munyanya, Bafuliiru be munyanya, Bafuliiru be mahanga, uyimange teshi, turambe kubuguma, bali bingini kabona, haliko wehe, wena dola, ivu haliani, wena dola, munyofu gwani, wena dola, kiripendo wani, wena dola, mafubo gani, wena.
And other new school artists such as Batko Bagyo, Dr. Malu, and many more.
Uno mana, uno mana, akola mlalwe, uno mana, akola mzimba, uno mana, akola mtengu, uno mana, nandi uyo, uno mana, mlekia gabona, yengwanyene, mlekia gabona, uno mana, mlekia gabona,
Lola wisha atalole bi watagaya kwa nadu wakuwira kiana kidibu abantu ganule bi mwabo bya manwa banda isarize ko bakweti ndonde yawe we takayangwa kumengori mofi we takayangwa kumengori mwiru we takayangwa kumengori mukeni we takayangwa kumengo takasoma umwana wetu aitonziri umwana wetu ahitulushagwa.
On gospel music, we have the legend himself, Naboti Kalembire.
Naboti data biki mafwida naboti data biki wafwira dalo yawe ukasigirwa no wawe isho dalo yawe ukasigirwa no wawe isho
abira bekirugo bataribira bakuyamera bamubabira bawe iyuri mu mutula ariko mu magoro aboshi bamukuho mugongo nayo tayishi kunasi yangi kutabiri mu makuba tagabona kiriwo muti yo tagabona kiriwo muti kawayuko tagabona kiriwo muti mu magoro.
David Amani.
Yohana yewali ilikumbinga anayuva izu ya muhikira.
Marvin Chocho.
Wahimanga kuguna mukazi utuduwilize Unahano Yesu Kaunda garase nema nanga kawe utukolere
Datire, Amina Mbararo, Papa James, without forgetting different choirs in the country such as Wamusho, Agano Choir, Sange Dan's Lateration, Saudi Hawani, and many more. We have some outstanding comedians including Matanda of Ugambona Zenai, which consists of Bukuru Nabutoto and many others.
Nanga ni chef hiria la saga yohika
Mwanje sabuni na waleta mnyaya biribiriyo bizerira umukazi abantu kushaga mudashaga anakufurike bize
yo bisi ni mnyuva
bize
kubu kabundu
data
kabundu iri yangi wabundu utayiribuze
ndayiribuze data
data honga lwalira nanagenda genda ku bitaro ngana kambwira bakazi kibabundu
ego bakakula hizo bundu
ibi atora kula ku bundu utayiribuze
yeshemeje bakakula hizo bundu
data bundu ndangirwa bundu bulwazo nabo bagoboka
bakakunika we data we
hari kagolini mububonaga name na ivo buroje kunatulaniryo bundu nakwa kuno kera na bulangizage hano umundu angire kare gafu ngana
uyo mganga kashi uyo mganga okakula hizo bundu mganga uyo wakukama lwazi
data nabona bundu bwabuya iri yangi bakufuanga nale banganga nabo sangu mahita ya bamubesha ke bamudeto
eshimiya mkaka
na ngapima na kidogo
kutika ukola ndugapima kamuta muyobera magala mwehe
angiwa na bulwazi lukumana umwena ko tetereka kwa mera bitiri munganga kambuza kamunganga liri gihanda
shemeji
angiwa bulwazi lukumana umwena kututeka
shemeji tugavurugana hano iyo Yes. Ulwaziri kaniliyota lwaziri kanili mundu mwadi mwa yishiri uganeta kumundu hala mundu wale
If you enjoy the video, kindly subscribe and share it with someone you think might benefit from it.
Misore mitabana